Julia, what was your first step?
Split into male and female.
Right. And then some random X should come out. So Elena, what did you do after you divided into males and females?
Then you do randoms.
Right. And what will you do with each group?
You have 4 groups, and the odd numbers get the new team, and all the even numbers get the old.
Okay. That sounds like a good random way. All right. And then at the very end, Allie, what step do you have?
Then you have to compare
Right.
the
I
male
did
one
random
and the
because I
female.
random
Right.
down in the middle.
All right, so that's a new experimental design for today. So if I was to ask you to draw a random block design for, say I had 180 men and 120 women, without taking time to do this, let's just talk that one out. Say that I have 180 men, 120 women, and they're all going to watch 3 advertisements and then evaluate the advertisements. So, do men and women think differently?
No.
Or one from Venus and one from Mars? Yeah. So, do you expect that this should be an aspect of your population that you should block? I think so. So, you can decide in some experiments that being male or female would not affect the experiment, and that's your call as the designer. But I would think when it comes to advertisement reaction, I would split it up between male and female. And then you would do something similar to what we just did. You would divide it male and female and then randomly between the two. All right. Let's look at another special block, and really I think that's the last note for today, so that's not bad. Not too deep and not too much. All right. There can be cute little blocks. And guess how many are in them? Cute little blocks.
5.
No, cuter than that. I can't draw a block anymore. What's the matter with me?
2.
2. Right. All right. There's a special kind of blocking when there's only 2 in
Bless
it.
you.
2 in a block. So a block of 2. Isn't that sweet? A block of 2, and that's called a matched pair. Some experiments lend themselves to matched pairs where we have in our blocks only 2 people. So all the people are in sets of 2. And the reason we're doing that is we are going to randomly decide which of the 2 gets the treatment and which one does not. Or sometimes, guess how many are in our block? This gets really weird.
3.
No,
4.
I'm going smaller. 1. So sometimes it's kind of a special kind of match pair design when there's only one person in the block, but each treatment is given to the one person. So you get the first treatment and then you get the second treatment. So let me give you an example. It'll make more sense in the 5 minutes that remain. Or is that your time?
5 minutes remain.
Okay. Suppose we're going to ask for, can you take your pulse? Can you find it? Can you find your own pulse? I can find it on my wrist pretty easily, and sometimes in my neck. Can you find your own pulse? Well, we won't do that. We will do that tomorrow. Practice taking your pulse tonight, since we only have
I've never
5
been able to take my
minutes.
pulse.
The question is standing pulses higher than sitting pulses? So what people do is they take half the class and have them sit, and half the class and have them stand. So the ones that are sitting take their pulse, and the ones that are standing take their pulse, and we compare the 2. But what's wrong with that experiment?
gender.
Not so much gender as I think even just individuals. Everybody's pulse is different to start with. So do you see how that would be a poor design? Because maybe all these people are slow as Moses' pulse, they're in great shape, and all these people are high as
I
can
did
be
it.
pulse because they're in, you found it? Yay! So, wouldn't it be better to have a group of one where everybody takes their own pulse sitting, and then everybody stands and takes their pulse standing? Do you see how this block of one blocked out what? What did it? Didn't block out male and femaleness. It blocked out what? Think about what was wrong with the first design, where half were sitting and half were standing, where there's too much variability between individuals. My pulse is probably twice what yours is because you're young and in shape and I'm old and out of shape. So it takes that variability and blocks it if you do it to the same person. So each treatment is given to the one person, first sitting and then standing. So that's called blocking also, and it's a special kind of matched pair
That
design.
makes sense.
In regular matched pair design, you have two people, one takes the treatment and the other doesn't. And that is assigned randomly who gets the treatment. Of course, randomly. All right. So, let us try these problems. Numbers 77, you see them written there, 78, 80, and 84. They're going to ask you about blocking, like the flamingo problem or the scarf washing problem. And they're going to ask you also about matching. So let's have you read that since I kind of had to rush the
What
matching.
was the homework over the weekend?
Yeah, I'll get it for you. I'll get you your paper from that.
Okay, great.
All right, matching pairs. I want you to read in addition. So where it says homework, or not where it says, so where I have the homework, would you please read page 249 to page 251? And you do not have to do that activity. We'll do that together when we come in tomorrow. So instead of activity 250, page 251, cross that out and instead read 249 to 251. It's just like 3 pages.
Do you want our homework done in a week?
I do, but before I do that, let me hand back the old, so I don't get them mixed up. All right, and Julia, we read, the stuff we covered in the book was page 242 to 246 on Friday, if you can't get the video or prefer to read it. So then you can ask me any questions you want once you've done one of those 2 things. All right.
Oh, I have a homework. I guess maybe this
It's
is
from
due
the day before,
Friday.
yeah, it was due Friday.
Yeah.
The one that I'm
Here it
handing
is.
back now. So I only had, I didn't have one from you or Brandon. All right, here's yours, Caleb. Oops, that's not yours, is it?
Alright, should we say goodbye to our friends?
Oh wait,
Did anyone see Bailey hand one in
is it still
on
going?
Yeah.
Friday? It's weird that I don't get one from her. All
A
right,
really long message.
She was here, right?
pardon?
She was here, right?
Yes, she was.
I
I don't remember where you all were